Hello everyone, this is Bradley Sward, Associate Professor of Computer and Information Science at the College of DuPage in Glen Ellen, Illinois. And this video today is a look at part one, at least, of day 7's Advent of Code 2020. And the answer I'm going to give you is in Python. So this one's a little harder for me. This one took a little effort to at least get to part one. At this moment, I haven't completed part two. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough month. It's been a rough 2020, right? So here is my code, at least to get to the first part where we can take the data from the file and convert it into something a little better. And I admit, again, I know very little about parsing and regular expressions and all these other things that I know could probably play a role in getting this thing into a much simpler state. If you know a better way, as always, please enlighten me. I would love to know how to do this better so I can do it better in the future, as opposed to I feel like I'm totally hard coding this thing. But for every file, I take the file, I get rid of all the periods, I get rid of all no other bags, I get rid of bags, just bags and period, bags, bag, 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 bag. And so everything that's left inside of this thing just removes all the names of the bags. So like just bag is gone. So you're just basically left with names and numbers and the word contain. And so what I can do here is I can split by contain with spaces on either end. I don't know if I need to do, I don't care. I've done this, but way too much time on this problem. And so what I can say is the left-hand side is the key of a key value pair of a dictionary or a map or whatever you want to call this thing. I know there's differences, but I'm just saying like associative container. Then I say, okay, so in this case, I haven't done part two, so I'm not worried about the numbers per se just yet, but I have them maintained for part two because I had a feeling this was going to happen. So what happens is you get rid of all this and you say dim red is the left-hand side, and then this whole thing collects basically a whole nother list inside of it for the value of, if the key is this guy here, the dim red bag, and the value is, well, there's 2 bright bags, there's 5 striped bags, and so forth and so on. And let me just run this and you can see. So let me stretch this out so it's a little easier to read. Come on. Go. So you can see here that for every key value pair in this thing, I go, oh, okay, drab beige contains 1 dark red. Muted bronze contains 4 striped teal and 5 faded brown and 4 light silver and 3 muted beige. And the list goes on and on and on. And so, and for me at least right now, let's say like just to get the solution for part one and just to get it done, can I find, there it is, something like this. Striped red contain nothing. Oh, I'm surprised that it didn't get rid of the contain. Oh, because I'm not sure. But anyway, the answer, I get the answer at the end of the day here. So this is what I can do to at least get my data from the file and put it into a data structure I can do a little more with. And then here is my code for figuring out how to go through and finding the true answer. Let me get rid of this so I can just bring it down. And so what I'm doing here is I'm creating a list, and I'm using basically, I'm starting from every rule, and I say, okay, say I had a dim red bag. Well, what does that have? What contains that, and all that, and so forth. And so what happens? I go, oh, 1 dim red bag will become 2 bright gold bags and 5 striped bags. And again, I'm not caring about the numbers. I'm just caring about the names. So 1 dim bag in my list, the dim red goes away, and in its place goes bright gold and striped fuchsia. And then I go, hey, look at bright gold, and I figure out where that is in here. I don't know where it is. Can I find it real fast here? No, but it just goes down the list, and it just goes, oh, this becomes 4 of this and 5 of that, and so forth, until one of 2 things happens. Either the list ends up empty because you eventually hit a dead end. Because I said, where's the one that says there's no other bags? Let me see. There we go. Mirrored beige bags contain no other bags, so that's a dead end. And we're lucky these things don't cycle. This is a kind of graph theory kind of thing. But mirrored beige bags contain no other bags. So if I ever hit that, it's a dead end. So if I continue to hit dead ends and I clear out this list starting with 1 and just continuing and continuing and continuing, if I end up with 0, well, I didn't find anything in there. Or I guess if I go the whole way and I don't find shiny gold whenever I make one of the transformations, I go, hey, 1 becomes 2 and 4 and 6 and 8. And so what happens is if I ever find shiny gold in this list, then I go, oh, I'm done. This rule can get me to 1 shiny gold bag. And then that's the end of that. But if I go through the whole thing and I exhaust, and the whole list ends up empty because I've exhausted all search options and I still haven't found a shiny gold, well, this rule doesn't work. I'm ready to move on to the next. And for the part 1 solution that you're all here for, the answer is 150. And you can see that here. It goes through every rule, but not including the shiny gold one itself, because shiny gold can't contain shiny gold. So that rule doesn't exist. So 150. So thank you guys for sticking with part 1. I'll see if I get to part 2. Maybe I won't be able to post a video just because it's already well into Monday. And how many people care? Plus, how many, basically I have only so much time in the day and I got to do my job too. So anyway, have a good one, everybody. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Hopefully there's a next time, at least for these kind of. Take care.